Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please stand and join us in the singing of our national anthem, and please remain standing for an honor song by Thunder Jack, who is Bear Clan from the Oneida Nation. Thank you, Thunder Jack. Please take your seats. On behalf of George Brown College, I would like to welcome you all, graduates, family, and friends, to this afternoon's convocation exercises for the class of 2013. My name is Laura Jo Gunter. I'm the Senior Vice President Academic, and I will be your Masters of Ceremonies for this afternoon. Graduates, today we have gathered to recognize your academic achievements. You have worked hard to get here. I extend warm congratulations to you all on this special day. Our convocation ceremony today is taking place on the traditional lands of the Mississauga of New Credit. I would now like to introduce the members of our platform party. I ask them to stand and remain standing as they are introduced. Please hold your applause until the end of the introductions. It is my pleasure to introduce Sally Horsfall-Eaton, the first Chancellor of George Brown College. From the Board of Governors of George Brown College, Julie Bullmash and Christine Racis. From George Brown College, Ann Sato, President, Eugene Harrigan, Vice President, Corporate Services, and Andrew Zalvin, Acting Vice President, Marketing and Strategic Enrollment Management, Nancy Hood, Executive Director, Human Resources, Diane Tessier, Registrar, Maureen Loweth, Dean, Center for Business, Arts and Design. Our keynote speaker this afternoon is Roger Garland, who will be more formally introduced later in the program. And finally, the staff and faculty of the Center for Business at George Brown College. Ladies and gentlemen, your platform party. Please take your seats. This afternoon, we recognize graduates from the School of Business and the School of Financial Services in the Center for Business. Our interpreters this afternoon are Monique Ledrew and Tara Everett, and our captioner is Joanne Anderson. I now invite Chancellor Sally Horsfall-Eaton to address the graduating class. Madam Chancellor.
Okay, so you made it. Good for you. Congratulations. It's been a hard pull for many of you with a lot of long nights, but congratulations that you're here today. That's terrific. I'm sure you're all wondering where the road will lead you next. And by the way, your family are wondering too. Now, I can't tell you that. And where you are 5 years from now is probably going to be quite different than you think you may be. But I can offer a few words of free advice about what I consider to be the determinants of success at work and in life. The longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude on life. Attitude to me is more important than facts, than money, than circumstances, than what other people do or think. We can't change the inevitable, and bad things do happen. That's life. The only thing we can do is play on the one string that we have, and that is our attitude. I believe that life is 10% about what happens to me and 90% how I handle it. And so it is with you. We are in charge of our attitudes, and in turn, in charge of our lives. We determine our own feelings and our own happiness, and frankly, no one else can do that for you. So be irrepressibly positive. The person who's fun to be around, who's welcome most anywhere, rather than the doom and gloom, who's shunned in the workplace, ignored in the classroom, and never invited to happy hour. So smile, be cheerful, and play nice or go home. Now, the world is made up of leaders and followers, and it couldn't possibly function without both. Many of us aspire to be leaders, either in the community or the workplace, and many of us tremble at the thought. Some leaders are very effective, and some, frankly, are misplaced. Do each of you know what it is you are and what it is you should be? Some people do all the things a leader does, but are either reticent to speak up or don't want to be, quotes, leading the troops. This person fills the role of the invisible leader, leading from behind, the advisor. And if that is you, such a person is diligent, studies the issues, and is thoughtful and helpful at looking for solutions. All good leaders want and indeed need advisors to act as a sounding board. Leadership is not taken, it's given, or is not given, it's taken. Not intentionally, but simply by the actions of the individual. A potential leader is the first to step forward to do a job, the first to make useful, thoughtful suggestions, the first to get things done. One doesn't do this for recognition, but simply because it's a natural inclination to be part of the action and to lead. A good leader generally has a vision of where things should go. And I'm a believer that the components of that is a good dose of common sense and some naivety. Many achievements in this world did not occur because the leader was inhibited by obstacles in the way. It's the leader who didn't even know about the obstacles and just carried through and made things happen. So dare to dream. Now, as Chancellor, I work to maintain George Brown's outstanding reputation. And now, as alumni, I ask you to please help me by also being ambassadors for the college. At George Brown, we are a family, so stay involved, and this is your alma mater. Finally, in closing, I would like to quote from the play by William Shakespeare called The Reluctant Graduate. Now, any of you here in the room that studied it know that Shakespeare never wrote the book, or the play, The Reluctant Graduate. So I can't quote it, but nonetheless, you will get a Sally quote. And my quote is, "Today you are a graduate, and you've had lots of fun. Now it's time to capitalize on all that you have done." So make it happen, go for it, and enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chancellor. I will now call upon Dean Maureen Loweth to address the graduating class on behalf of the Center for Business and to introduce our keynote speaker.
Madam Chancellor, Madam President, distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, family and friends of graduates and graduates. It is my pleasure to extend congratulations to all of our graduates today. And I speak on behalf of your many professors and other staff members who are here today to show their support for your accomplishments. Like your family and friends who join you here today for this ceremony, we're very proud of what you've achieved and happy to have been part of your education at George Brown College. You've gained knowledge and skills to position yourselves for employment in some of the key sectors of Toronto and the city region. Today, you follow in the footsteps of 45 years of George Brown graduates. You are joining over 200,000 alumni who are making a name for themselves around the world. And as you embark on your careers and in the years ahead, I urge you to look for opportunities to do business with other George Brown graduates and to stay connected to the George Brown community. And now I'm honored to introduce our keynote speaker for this afternoon's convocation ceremony, Roger Garland. Roger is a highly sought-after senior business executive with extensive financial and corporate governance experience. He is currently the chair for the Toronto 2015 Pan American Para-American Games Organizing Committee. And I'm sure that many of you are aware that the Pan Am Para-Pam I knew this was going to be a tough one. Pan Am Para-Pan Am Games is a major athletics event which Toronto will be hosting in just a couple of years. I encourage all of our business graduates to pay careful attention to his message, as Roger Garland is someone who, throughout his career, has provided in-depth guidance both to for-profit and not-for-profit organizations. But before I invite him to address all of you, allow me to tell you a little bit about Roger's background. Roger received a Bachelor of Arts from the University of Toronto, began his career with Price Waterhouse, and then qualified as a chartered accountant in 1966. Following 8 years of diverse experience in treasury, finance, and accounting responsibilities with several public companies, he joined Citibank in Toronto, which was just starting its Canadian finance operations, where he held various responsibilities over the next 7 years. In 1981, Mr. Garland joined Four Seasons Hotel, Inc., an iconic Canadian company, and subsequently was appointed to its board of directors. He held the position of Executive Vice President and was later appointed Vice Chairman in 1995. In this role, he managed the planning and direction of the development, acquisition, and asset management of activities of the company, including its international expansion. Roger is a director in a number of public and private corporations. He has also distinguished himself greatly as an active volunteer and patron of the arts. We first met when George Brown College, on behalf of its theater school, entered into a joint venture with Soul Pepper Theater Company to build and manage the Young Center for the Performing Arts. We were both members of the inaugural board. Roger is also the founding chair of the board of Soul Pepper Theater Company. I'm grateful to Roger for taking the time to be with us today, as he is undoubtedly being kept extremely busy in his role as chair of Pan Am Toronto 2015. I understand that he and his team are managing $1.4 billion in its budget, plus $1 billion going to build a waterfront village for 8,500 athletes, coaches, and officials. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Roger Garland.
Madam Chancellor, Madam President, members of the Platform Party, graduates, George Brown faculty and staff, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, graduates of 2013. Thank you for having me here today on this incredibly special day for all of you. And congratulations for reaching a major milestone in your life. This is really a special event. When I started to prepare my remarks for today, I thought back to the day I sat where you are now. It was over 50 years ago. It hardly seems possible that half a century has passed. And with it, a string of life lessons and experiences which I'm going to draw on today in my remarks. Now, I know some of you, perhaps most of you, are probably thinking, what could this guy possibly say to me that's relevant in 2013? I mean, when he graduated, jobs were plentiful, easier to come by for sure. The economy was expanding, and new technologies were creating entire new career opportunities. Well, I don't disagree. Times were definitely different when I graduated in 1962. But you know, some things always stay the same. Very few successful people just happen by accident. We are, after all, in charge of our destinies. That's why I know when I look out at all of you in the room today that a significant number, perhaps all of you, will truly make your mark in the world, no matter what the economy today. What experience has taught me is that those who make their mark, who innovate, who are flexible in their outlook, and grab opportunities as they arise, are those who don't give up. It's carpe diem in practice. They seize the day. Those in that success group won't necessarily be the best and brightest among you, and not to say they won't be, and there is an element of luck in all success stories. But as they say, luck is what you make it. Things happen, life happens, opportunities are missed or seized, often in equal measure. Success follows failure. What those who succeed have, in my opinion, is the ability, the willingness to embrace new challenges. They don't get paralyzed of the unknown. They do, however, carefully weigh the risks and rewards before deciding to take the plunge on a new venture. Now, my career, my life, in fact, didn't turn out like I planned. It may be true for many of you in this room as time goes on. Sometimes I made decisions that took me way, way outside my comfort zone. And sometimes they worked out. Sometimes they didn't. And you know what? That's not a bad thing. The setbacks proved to be valuable, sometimes painful, but valuable learning experiences. I had once thought of becoming a lawyer, as if the world needs more lawyers. But I got married, I started a family, which in a strange way is why I became a chartered accountant. Originally, when the idea, the concept of becoming a CA was mentioned to me, I really had no idea what they were talking about, none. I had graduated in English from University of Toronto. My focus in school was the arts, football, and a great social life. And I might say not necessarily in that order. The business world and accounting were from a different planet. However, the realistic need to earn some money to support a family pushed me into this world of accounting. I joined Price Waterhouse, and I became a CA. Now, perhaps not the best way to make a life-affecting decision, but I look back and I call it a lucky break, because it was a key decision that started me on my path in the business world. It was a great education, and public accounting was and still is prestigious, comfortable, and financially secure. But for me, and this is no offense to the accountants in your class, I found it really boring. So I took a leap of faith when I was offered a job by a client. Carpe diem again, the CEO of my employer was a wunderkind, an inspiring guy with vision and vitality, someone I judged would be a fabulous mentor. So I followed my earlier counsel. I grabbed the opportunity, which became my apprenticeship in the trenches of business. And the inspirational leader turned out to be just that, the first of a number of mentors that would influence me greatly. So my takeaway from that adventure is don't let fear of the unknown paralyze you. Always put a priority on learning more. You can never learn enough. Look for key people to mentor you. Their lessons will last you a lifetime. A few years later, I was attracted to a new frontier. Computer technology in the late 60s was evolving at warp speed. It also, I might add, marked the first time my instincts failed me. In business, as it is in life, sometimes it is a good idea to take your major risks early. And if it is a total fiasco, which this decision turned out to be, there is still lots of time to recover. I was in my late 20s. I jumped. I became the chief financial officer and director of one of the first computer services companies in Canada. And it was all new territory. Our team was creating new services daily. But it was extremely high risk, and I figured out fairly quickly that we were heading for bankruptcy. In retrospect, perhaps I should have figured that out before I took the job. But thankfully, we scrambled, we adapted, we survived 4 long years, and ultimately arranged a sale of the company to a better financed competitor. So my lesson there was even a bad decision can produce positive results. I learned more in that 4-year period than any period since, without question. That failure turned me into a confident, mature business person. The company that acquired us wanted me to stay in a senior finance role, but honestly, by that time, the excitement of survival in this new world of technology had lost all of its appeal. My new boss, my potential new mentor, had an unnerving habit of spending his lunch hour standing on his head in his office to relax. I decided that was not good mentor material, so I moved on. I got lucky. Out of the blue, I was approached to be one of the first employees of Citibank when they came to Canada. Now, this was quite strange. I knew nothing about being a commercial banker, which concerned me quite a lot when I was considering the job. But strangely, it seemed not to bother Citibank at all. In fact, in those days, and it may still be true, Citibank aggressively sought out potential employees with diverse backgrounds, music, philosophy, art history, and they taught them, and as it turned out, they taught me, how to be a banker. Now, this moved me again into a zone of discomfort and high risks in a whole new field. There was lots to learn. Carpe diem, I jumped. A few years later, I was posted to Zurich to run Citibank's corporate finance group in Switzerland. And this move set me up to what was become my life for the next several decades: the challenges of doing business in a global, multicultural environment. When I returned to Canada, I was approached by a small private hotel company, which hardly anybody had heard of, but they had international ambitions. It was really a financial basket case with a flawed business strategy. But I figured I had been with a company like that once before, and I had survived. That company, as Maureen mentioned, was Four Seasons Hotels. We fixed our strategy, we focused our resources, and gradually became the leading luxury hotel company in the world. Could it have turned out badly? No question. And a number of my colleagues bailed prematurely, and I think regretted it. My message from this experience is be patient. Be prepared to commit long enough to see it through before, if necessary, pulling the ripcord. After you leave here today and go out into the business world, please try and remember that life doesn't begin and end with your day job. There are families and friends and the surrounding community to participate in. My experience has demonstrated that experiences outside your job will positively affect your success on the job. The way you work with people, the way you evaluate problems, the way you approach challenges. For me, it was a lifetime of working with the YMCA, helping to establish Soul Pepper Theatre, and together with George Brown College, creating the Young Centre for the Performing Arts in the Distillery District. And most recently, as you've heard, it's heading up the Toronto 2015 Pan and Para-Pan American Games. I got that right. So in closing, as you embark on your next 50 years, here are a few guideposts to keep in mind. No one has the ability to foresee the future, so relax. It will, I promise you, it will work out. Develop a critical sense of the people you could work with and learn from. They will play a critical role in the rest of your life. A caution, the best choice is not always the easiest. And don't be paralyzed. Seize the day, but be prepared for setbacks. You'll learn a lot from them. And be patient, make a commitment, hang in there, don't quit anything prematurely. I look forward to seeing how well each and every one of you do as you embark on your new adventure. Have fun, enjoy the companionship of the people you meet along the way. It will be a great ride. Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the part of today's ceremony in which we recognize outstanding scholastic achievements by our graduates. At this time, we would like to recognize the recipient of the Governor General's Academic Medal. First awarded in 1873 by the Earl of Dufferin, the Governor General's Academic Medal is one of the most prestigious awards that can be received by a student in a Canadian educational institution for exceptional academic achievement. The Collegiate Bronze Medal from the Governor General of Canada is awarded to the student in a 2- or 3-year program with the highest cumulative grade point average. This year's recipient of the Governor General Academic Medal is Mei Guan, who is graduating from the Business Administration Accounting program in the School of Financial Services in the Center for Business. I would now like to call on Dean Maureen Loweth to present the Governor General's Academic Medal. Mei, please come forward to receive your award. We would now like to recognize the recipient of the Board of Governors Medal. The Board of Governors Medal was established in 2007 when the first degree programs graduated from George Brown College. The medal is awarded to a full-time student in a degree program of at least 4 years' duration and is awarded to academic excellence to the student with the highest cumulative grade point average. This year, the recipient of the Board of Governors Medal is Irvin G. Ford Sia, who is graduating from the Bachelor of Applied Business Hospitality Operations Management program in the School of Hospitality and Tourism Management in the Center for Hospitality and Culinary Arts. Irvin will receive his award at his convocation ceremony on Thursday, June 13th. This afternoon, we are proud to honor a graduate from the Center of Business with a Dean's Award to recognize both their high academic achievement over all semesters with the Center and their contributions to the college community. I would like to call on Dean Maureen Loeth to come to present the award from the Center of Business. This year's recipient of the Dean's Award for the Center of Business is Melly Guan. Melly, please come forward to accept your award. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian for this afternoon. Feroz Shah is graduating from the Business Administration Marketing Co-op program in the School of Business. Feroz, will you please address the graduating class of 2013?
Pull out the right speech. 1 minute. Okay, Madam Chancellor, Madam President, members of the Platform Party, fellow graduates, faculty and staff of George Brown College, and ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Before I begin, I want to simply say we made it. Like, we actually did, I'm for real. We actually made it. I hope through this speech, I hope to inspire many of you through the speech I've actually prepared. I suspect many of you may smile, some of you may cry, which is probably my mom at the current moment, and some of you, which was a huge chunk to be honest, will probably fully ignore this speech and take selfies in the audience and post them on Instagram. That is fine too, just try not to do too many of those. So making this speech, I thought, who is this speech really for? So I came up with a few scenarios. This speech is for the parents who have waited oh so many years for their son or daughter to finally graduate. Sorry, Mom and Dad, but thank you as well. This speech is for the professors who understand that Wikipedia was the greatest creation of the 21st century. And Turnitin.com was not. This speech is for the students who stayed up multiple nights procrastinating, made excuses for handing in assignments late, crammed for exams on the way to school, most probably on the GO train, and lastly, never fell sick except before exams. The same students who have learned how to balance, have learned how to discipline themselves, and have learned, period. This speech, most importantly, is for the students who have earned the right to the very seat they are sitting in right now. This speech is for me, and this speech is for you. Sorry, I gotta flip the page. So I want to emphasize the idea of everybody having their own story, each with different plots, ideas, and chapters. It is up to each of us to write or live our own stories. We are the authors of our own lives, and this is just simply a page in our book. Today, this convocation unites all of our stories on one single page. However, the paths that have led each of us here are unique. Since I was 11, I've been required to give persuasive pleas for freedom to simply be allowed to go play Nintendo with my neighbor. I'm not lying, I'm serious. That's the wrong line. This is due to being raised in a strict and disciplined environment. Discipline, emphasis on discipline. When it came time for post-secondary program choices, it seemed to my parents that no other program areas aside from doctors, lawyers, or engineers even existed. So naturally, when I suggested I wanted to go into marketing, it was quite the awkward situation. After finally persuading my dad that marketing was what I wanted to do, I finally ended up at George Brown College. It took my first semester's Dean's List letter for my parents to realize that maybe this is something I'm good at. Sorry, I'm just getting a little... All right. I never made the honor roll in my high school years, so this was a particularly significant accomplishment. And I promise you, I'm not telling you this in any way, shape, or form to show off. All I'm telling you is that this is to illustrate that it is never too late to change the plot of your story in order to pursue what you are extremely passionate about. You make the choices that you want out of yourself, and you choose to live the life that you create for yourself. The key factor here is you and the choices that you make. Today may represent our last day as George Brown College students. However, at the end of one chapter, it always leads to the beginning of another. I want to take this opportunity to give thanks as well as congratulate you all for achieving what you have been working towards. So firstly, I want to thank the staff who put in time and effort on a daily basis to provide a safe, friendly, and professional learning environment for all of us. Secondly, I want to thank the professors who treated teaching as an opportunity to creatively pass on their knowledge and wisdom. And please give me a few seconds just to name 4 professors that meant a lot to me, that made me who I am today. So first off, I want to thank Tom Arhentudis. Second, I want to thank Alar Petersu. I'm not sure if they're all here, but I'm just saying. Third, I want to mention Robert Good. And fourth, I want to mention Philip Ng. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure a lot of other students here also do the same. Next, I want to thank the parents and families who sacrificed their time, sleep, and most importantly, their wallets to provide their loved ones with a college education. And wait, whoops, I almost forgot one. School is definitely not free, so we all know that much, so I definitely have to thank OSAP. So thank you, OSAP. If OSAP was a person, I'm pretty sure they'd be overdue with hugs and kisses and whatever else that entails. Looking back now to first semester, it honestly does feel like it was only yesterday. The first test, the first class, the first Jamaican patty from the convenience store, the second patty from the convenience store, the third patty from the convenience store. The realizing that maybe patties aren't the best option for lunch, but the best option financially for the pockets. We all came to George Brown College knowing little of what we would become or what we would accomplish. But we can now leave knowing our full potential and who we are. That is a gift to be treasured. The minute you walk out those doors, you step into the real world. It is a completely new start, a new page for a new chapter. Lastly, I want to thank the students who have collectively learned from one another, who have helped each other succeed and in turn became better students and now better people. So congratulations to my fellow graduates of 2013, 2013, 2 to the O to the 13, depends how you like it. But always remember, life will take you places that you won't have imagined. It is not the destination that matters, but the journey taken. So thank you.
Thank you, Feroz. We have now reached the formal part of our ceremony, where we award the credentials, the degrees, diplomas, and certificates, and these become official documents of the college. I invite Chancellor Sally Horsfall-Eaton to come forward. And would the candidates please stand? That's you guys, up get. Madam Chancellor, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates assembled here today have qualified in all respects for their credentials by successfully completing curricula offered by the Center for Business at George Brown College. Faculty members have recommended that they be awarded their credentials in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of George Brown College, I do hereby confer on you your respective degrees, diplomas, and certificates with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Madam Chancellor, on behalf of the candidates not present, I request that you confer their credentials in absentia.
I so do, and congratulations to you all. Thank you.
Please take your seats. During the next part of the ceremony, we will be presenting the candidates individually to Chancellor Sally Horsfall-Eaton and President Ann Sato. To show your respect for each candidate, we ask that you remain in your seats until the last candidate has received her or his credential. We also ask that you hold your applause until all of the candidates from each program have been presented. For our candidates, upon receiving your credential, please follow the pink feet off the stage. We ask that you return to your seats and enjoy the rest of the convocation program. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, I wish to present the candidates from the Center for Business so that you may confer their credentials. I will now ask our announcer to come to the podium. Patrick Kwok-Choon is a graduate of the George Brown Theater School.
Madam Chancellor, Madam President, I have the honor of presenting to you the 2013 graduates for their credentials from the Center for Business, School of Business, Business Administration Marketing Program. Mark Adam. Jonathan Robert Anderson. Brianna Bassick. Magdalena Maria Beroskowski. Arzu Basir. Mariam Begum with honors. Matt Troy Bolivar. Mira Nicolette Breland with honors. Amanda Bricino. Heather Megan Coles. Samantha Claire Cox with honors. Yu Chi. Kristen Elizabeth Cranshaw. Martin Isaac Cruz. Nikita Dogatkin. Benjamin Ryder Sapita Wells. Trang Thu Duong. Chris Dupuis. Richard Batista with honors. Azia Dazafik. Kevin Earl. Melanie Rose Fernandez. Claudius Jordan Brown with honors. Peter Burkholder with honors. Berenice Chavez Guerrero. Alyssa Ferry. Brian Michael Fong with honors. Elvira Frida. Ariane Natalie Gignac. Andrew Gregory Gluck. Marlene Fabiola Gonzalez Arias. Kevin Ian James Grayston. Saiful Islam with honors. Hangama Hashimi. Maria Gabriela Castellanos with honors. Dana Motaz Hawari. Sarah Lorraine Hines. Daniel Tyler Hoffman. Gregory John Innes. Kamen Mandela Jordan. Anissa Kassam. Aniel Omar Lee. Jessica Margariti Pearson. Catherine Loretta McLennan with honors. Sonia Mirzad with honors. Abrar Ahmed Metter with honors. Crystal Ann Mendez with honors. Shelby Miller. Jenna Carolyn Minifee. Kevin Moffitt. Emma Moore. Thu Mai Nguyen. Cassandra Lee Osborne. Bobby Panasar with honors. Rishi Kumar Prasad with honors. Fabio Piccolotto. Leanne Prade. Zachary Andrew Reynolds. Malika Rodriguez. Gabriel Ruiz Vives. Jamie Marie Sanchez. Justin Joshua Santillana. Feroz Shah with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Kenny Yvonne Simmons. Vladimir Sitter. Wenfei Edith Song. Matthew Christian Spencer. Matthew Story. Christina Trong. Alex Andres Valencia Rodriguez. Carmen Vargas. Alex Morel. Melissa Wood Fonseca. Won Jun Yang. Thank you, Madam Chancellor and Madam President. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, I have the honor of presenting to you the 2013 graduates for their credentials from the Business Administration Human Resources Program. Marjorie Adair. Maram Adel Al-Kaizi with honors. Rubab Akil. Leticia Bailey. Fatmata Binta Berry. Jennifer Boima. Marcel Couture. Ernest Jordan de la Cruz. Shrushti Deryawan. Bridget De Silva. Eleni Fernandez Karamat. Whitney Gittins. Uva Hanevald with honors. Irene Natalie Henao. Irina Hocharova with honors. Alina Mita Howlider. Sikander Ijaz. Claudia Jean. Mansi Kasliwal. Sumera Iram Khan with honors. Yewan Lee with honors. Kimberly S. Miranda. Diego Enrique Alves Mores. Michelle Mupetti with honors. Abina Obur Agiman. Adriana Janelle Oscar. Carla Ivania Padilla. Melissa Claudia Pericioli. Sarah Rigo. Basma Saleh. Keisha Elizabeth Simmons. Soma Stevens. Richard Kenneth Tate. Jenny Tikian with honors. Thank you, Madam Chancellor and Madam President. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, I have the honor of presenting to you the 2013 graduates for their credentials from the Business Administration Program. Syed Amiruddin. Adil Ansari. Sadaf Anwar. John Barcarlos. Kim Anthony Basio. Leslie Ann Basio. Anthony Beloso. Michelle Cabigao. Olivia Chappelle. Fernando Xavier Cordova. Gladys Dyson Corpus. Dominique Alexis Diaz. Matthew Earl. Ben Grenier. Claudia Graciela Gutierrez. Adil Khan. Eric Ontero Kiskinen. Matthew Alexander Knowlton. Eric Argides Curtis. Nicholas Curtis. Veronica Kvan with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Alexandra Angelica Ladelfa. Olta Lagji. Annie Lau. Matthew Lewis. Eric Liu. Anna Magdalena Martinez. Jemit Machete. Mario DeAndre McLaughlin. Michael Angelo Mintsopoulos. Deidre Yolanda Mora. Michelle Ning. Vladimir Nikic with honors. Ardent Nikwebe. Margaret Pershad. Ha Pham. Marco Reljic. Hannah Raprado. Ornella Kanisha Roberts. Vladimir Roy. Charles H. Sagan. Christina Shevchenko. Ahmed Siddiq. Jae Gun Sim. Jamie Philip Singer. Paul Walderman. Nadia Thompson. Andreas Ojeda. Ricardo Andres Saldariaga. Juana Alejandra Hermida Gutierrez. Thank you, Madam Chancellor and Madam President. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, I have the honor of presenting to you the 2013 graduates for their credentials from the Sports and Event Marketing Program. Devin Laura Bathurst. Katrina Ellen Free Cheatley with honors. Jennifer Doe with honors. Terry Lynn Finley with honors. Matthew David Kerr. Oksana Levchenko. Maria C. Paisley. Lauren Sandra Passioni with honors. Rachel Elizabeth Preston. Thank you, Madam Chancellor and Madam President. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, I have the honor of presenting to you the 2013 graduates for their credentials from the Marketing Management Financial Services Program. Anna Maria Carmona. Kartikeya Kumar. Tianru Li. Lisbeth Alejandra Mendez Gonzalez. Ingrid Andrea Ortiz Arias. Mit Mayurkant Patel. Kumud Rajawat. Puneet Sharma. Surbi Sharma. Thank you, Madam Chancellor and Madam President. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, I have the honor of presenting to you the 2013 graduates for their credentials from the Human Resources Management Program. Irish Faye Peralta Cruz. Sherry Dina Jean DeMeester with honors. Robert James Gavin Forsyth, with honors. Courtney Lee Fuller, with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Kuldeep Kaur Gakal. Disha Kapoor. Sarah A. Lem. Unthpala Morawanaguda. Brendan Thomas McCarthy. Smita Mehta. Divya Mishra, with honors. Slesha Nambiar, with honors. Chandra Ramsahai. Gunvir Singh Sethi. Sahil Sharma. Leslie Lynn Taylor. Leticia Montiero Davoli. Ana del Pilar Cardenas Lopez. Maria Sofia Ramirez Leon. Isabel Cristina Ramirez Leon. Vinay Chadha. Andrej Zinovsky. Margaret Georgia Katsomitis. Vinay Sharma. Mark Pongkorn. Quan Long Wong, with honors. Roxy Wang. Sabuhi Yayavev. Di Yao. Thank you, Madam Chancellor and Madam President. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, I have the honor of presenting to you the 2013 graduates for their credentials from the Strategic Relationship Marketing Program. Christina Cody, with honors. Mariana de Meneses Freire, with honors. Rajveer Singh Grewal. Q Yi Ji. Idris Kadiri. Hyo Soo Kim, with honors. Kanisha Konovalova. Jennifer Lynn Kuta, with honors. Wei Lee, with honors. Naila Mukametova. Nabila Nawalin. Marina Tchaikovsky. Ji Tian. Irina Trishina. Jiang Chong Wu, with honors. Thank you, Madam Chancellor and Madam President. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, I have the honor of presenting to you the 2013 graduates for their credentials from the Small Business Entrepreneurship Program. Yao Tree, with honors. Daljit Singh Daliwal, from the Small Business Entrepreneurship Program and the Strategic Relationship Marketing Program. Daljit Singh Daliwal. Neha Kurana, with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Holly Llewellyn. Suman Lamichhani Manali. Maria Malushenko. Ali Mahfouz with honors. Vasily Parfentiev. Mandeep Singh with honors. Kidikan Sithiartsukam with honors. Thank you, Madam Chancellor and Madam President. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, I have the honor of presenting to you the 2013 graduates for their credentials from the International Business Management Program. Kumar Kashyap, Yvonne Adamson, Marvin Anigboro, Elisangela Kasolin with honors. Nigina Jabarova with honors. Amatullah Mohammed Ishag. Olga Ezhelia with honors. Yadira Lizeth Garza Olgin. Samane Gardakan. Regina Gomez Rivera. Vikas Kakar. Mandeep Kaur. Rosie Kurana. Daniel Kim with honors. Ayuko Kitazawa. Siyatolav Korobov. Anastasia Kusherets with honors. Marina Kutapova with honors. William Brendan McCreary with honors. Satvir Singh Miglani. Jatinder Singh Multani. Begum Oral. Deyanira Ortega with honors. Katya Rudnitskaya with honors. Iri Takamatsu with honors. Arpieta Upin with honors. Xiao Wang with honors. Mauricio Quijano Altamirano. Maria Carolina Rame Alfonso. Gladys Serna Campos. Corey Yeffet. Shu Hui Zhang. Pritpal Singh Sidhar. Rahul Sood. Manali Pradmod Upadhi. Thank you, Madam Chancellor and Madam President. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, I have the honor of presenting to you the 2013 graduates for their credentials from the Center for Business, School of Financial Services, the Business Accounting Program. Asif Alam. Aaron Aram Bak. Mei Chen. Kui Ping Deng. Valerie Sol Delay. Bobby Balrishna Durga Prasad with honors. Beverly Gamalinda with honors. Kopano Chuma Huete. Carlana Hostin Ellis. Amantia Islamaj. Nan Jiang. Arsalan Khan. Elke Wing Sum Lee with honors. Kai Ri Lin. April Kabadoy Lira with honors. Xian Hui Liu with honors. Emma Mercedes Lopez. Hong Luo. Kashif Mahmood. Chambre Malcolm. Shabani Amiri Bandu. Mavash Mohammadi Mohagadam. Niaz Morshed. Daval Kamlesh Kumar Padya. Shiva Rabarniku. Mohammed Danish Salim. Abraham Selvarasa. Hannah Sepakrilova with honors. Xiao Zhang. Yu Chen Zhu. Kei Kui Shang with honors. Thank you, Madam Chancellor and Madam President. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, I have the honor of presenting to you the 2013 graduates for their credentials from the Business Administration Accounting Program. Maryam Abdi. Salman Sikinder Ali. Suharta Bhattacharjee with honors. Kareem Cordell Burrell. Gordon Anthony Chow. Misha Kathleen Clark. Miraj Uddin Dar. Sampa Rani Das. Faizan Shabir Dalla with honors. Elena Ermerieva. Tanish Gordon with honors. Meng Nyan Guan with honors, Dean's Award winner, Governor General's Award winner, Dean's Medal winner. Min Ling Huo with honors. Anisa Aliyah Hussein with honors. Marie Claire Cayiter. Hei Lan. Wing Lun Lee. Ya Tong Lee with honors. Jia Lin Lu with honors. Michael Noodleman with honors. Naomi Elizabeth Olivares. Ravish Jignesh Patel. Richard Michael Reed. Pia Rani Saha with honors. Deanne Joyce Bustos Salaya. Amelda Singh with honors. Vanessa Tagikana with honors. Ki Tang. Gabriella Tatad with honors. Xiangju Wang with honors. Yao Xie with honors. Jujun Young with honors. Thank you, Madam Chancellor and Madam President. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, I have the honor of presenting to you the 2013 graduates for their credentials from the Business Administration Financial Management Program. Hadil Al-Kajarji. Luigi Angelo Cortez Alana. Upasana Audi. Gagan Bedi. Llewellyn Dexter Bradbury. Justin Brooker. John Marr Kegbe. Alistair Dean Campbell. Zinran Kao. Ho Wei Howard Chan with honors. Wing Bun Michael Chiu. Fahima Akhtar Chaudhry. James Diolanda. Igor Dubik with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Alexander W. Humalis. Wen Fei Huang. Trin Li Huinth. Habsatu Ibra. Ya Jiao. Sarah Anita Jordan. Prabir Kaur with honors. Sayeeda Khan. Maria Klesnieva with honors. Kirill Klyochkin. Jinrong Liang with honors. April Joy Mariano. Zuleya Matur. Patrick Sheldon Mundell. Raul Caldas Rapardo. Clint Savas. Rajesh Swar with honors. Nyok Sung Tran. Phuong Trong. Stephanie Crystal Varela. Guo Jianyang. Jia Zhu with honors. Thank you, Madam Chancellor and Madam President. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, I have the honor of presenting to you the 2013 graduates for their credentials from the Financial Planning Program. Ashita Akhtar. Janie Manish Kumar Bhagat. Mame Astu Fay. Lyudmila Gibner with honors. Gopalakrishnan Srivnivasan with honors. Rupinder Singh Hair. Yu Ji Zheng. Paramjit Kaur with honors. Samir Kumar with honors. Amin Muhammad. Siddharth Bakul Patak with honors. Ekaterina Pavlova. Joao Leit Rego with honors. Kirillo Reshetar. Milan Pipalia. Anal Miteshbai Shah. Chirayu Dinesh Shah. Ankit Sharma with honors. Pritesh Pitab Singh. Parth Deepak Thakur with honors. Sylvia Tis with honors. Yash Trehan. Nahiela Vishram with honors. Yuani Yuang Zhang with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Manish Sham Lahori. Kama Thakur. Thank you, Madam Chancellor and Madam President. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, I have the honor of presenting to you the 2013 graduates for their credentials from the Center for Business, School of Financial Services, the Bachelor of Applied Business Financial Services program. Mesfin Tezera Bekele. John Chen. Jedediah James Cosby with honors. Constance Christine Drametsikas. Elham Fala. Shamika Gotusker. Jong Pyo Hong. Marsha Khanna. Jae Hee Kim. Luke Midlars with honors. Ivunia Nicoletta Petrulli. Corey Robert Risman. Vidalisha Sam with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Alan Skiavon. Brian Christopher Simmerl. Matus Switek. Murphy Toe. Van Thi Than Tran. Tien Wu. Thank you, Madam Chancellor and Madam President, and congratulations to all graduates.
This concludes the conferring of credentials. I now invite President Ann Sato to address the graduating class. Madam President.
Good afternoon. Class of 2013, congratulations. I couldn't be more proud of each and every one of you. Convocation truly is my favorite part of the academic year, and this year is extra special, at least for me. It's the 10th year I've had the honor of presiding over our convocation ceremonies. I keep thinking, where has the time gone? And I imagine some of you may feel the same. I certainly did when just last week I watched my younger son graduate. As he walked across the stage, much like this one, I was filled with a sense of pride and optimism. As parents, we want our children to be successful, but even more than that, we want them to be happy. I believe that finding a career you're passionate about is a key to that happiness. So, how do you know that you found it? Psychologists sometimes talk about a mental state known as flow. You've probably experienced it before. It's that feeling that you get when you're so immersed in a task that you lose track of time. Both your body and your mind are completely focused on what you're doing, and your skills are being used to their utmost. Athletes and performers often refer to it as being in the zone, but flow can happen in any career. Business professionals may experience flow by writing a report or evaluating data. Accountants might experience it by producing that great set of financial statements. As you explore new work opportunities, I hope you'll remain attuned to these moments of perfect focus and clarity. They won't happen every day, but when they do, they're a great indication that you've found something that you love. This is important because people who are happy and fulfilled at work tend to be happier when they're not at work as well. They're the people who really engage with the world around them, the volunteers, the community organizers, the people making a real difference in the lives of others. As president of George Brown, I feel a great responsibility in ensuring that we offer our students a well-rounded experience, one that encourages them to find meaningful ways to engage while providing a solid foundation that you need to step confidently onto your career path. That's why we work so closely with industry to develop and enhance our curriculum. It's why we invest in state-of-the-art learning facilities like our new waterfront campus or the game design and ESL spaces on King Street. And you'll have to come back and see the new floors at 200 King for Business in the fall. And it's why we provide our students with real-world work experience through field education or applied research. We believe that this close contact with industry will give you a leg up, helping you build the hard and soft skills employers are looking for and that will ultimately help you achieve your career goals. Class of 2013, I know that many of you have had to overcome great obstacles in order to complete your education, whether they were personal or financial. You may have juggled heavy course loads, part-time jobs, family responsibilities, often working long hours both inside the classroom and out. Today, all of that persistence pays off. With your new credentials in hand, you've proven that you have the knowledge, the skills, and most importantly, the drive to succeed. I know how good that feels. I was the first person in my family to graduate from a post-secondary institution. Mind you, as the daughter of very insistent immigrants, I probably had no other choice. I know some of the families in the audience are celebrating the same milestone today, so I'd like to offer both my heartfelt congratulations and a word of warning to the graduates. Your parents will probably spend the next few weeks bragging about your graduation to everyone they see. There's no use trying to stop them. This is a big day, not only for you, but also for your family. To all the loved ones in the audience, parents, children, partners, other family members, and friends, I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you for believing in our graduates and for supporting them as they pursued their passions at George Brown. They couldn't have done it without you, and hopefully that support will be returned in kind one day when you need it. To the graduates, today you join a long legacy of distinguished George Brown alumni. They are successful CEOs, beloved community workers and nurses, top chefs, renowned performers, thriving entrepreneurs, and the list goes on. Many continue their relationship with the college throughout their lives, and I hope you'll join this proud tradition. In the future, you might consider joining a program advisory committee, hosting a student for a field placement, hiring a graduate, supporting our George Brown College Foundation, or continuing your education with us as a lifelong learner. Our door is always open to you. In the meantime, I do encourage you to keep in touch. Don't forget to update your information at our Alumni Relations Office so you can take advantage of the many services on offer, including professional development and job search assistance. Like those who came before you, you are a class of innovators and problem solvers, entrepreneurs and future leaders. This auditorium is bursting with skilled graduates about to embark on rewarding new careers, well equipped with the knowledge obtained at George Brown. Today may mark an ending, but there are many exciting beginnings ahead. New jobs, new opportunities, and new challenges. George Brown was once unfamiliar to you, but you have succeeded here just as I know you will succeed in your future careers. You have the drive, you have the passion, and now you have the credential. What happens next is up to you. But I hope you take a moment to commend yourself on this tremendous achievement. You should be very proud. I know I am. Congratulations.
Thank you, Madam President. All right, we're in the home stretch. Graduates, each of you here today has completed a long journey to reach this achievement. Along the way, you have had the support and encouragement of the people close to you, and many of your supporters are here today to celebrate with you. This is your opportunity to say thank you to a parent, a child, a brother, a sister, a partner, spouse, or friend who has helped you make this possible. They share in your achievement. Please join me in recognizing them now. Graduates, I would also invite you to join me in expressing your thanks to your faculty and staff of your center. I would also like to thank Deborah Ifrati, Associate Registrar, and the team from the Registrar's Office for organizing this convocation. Thank you to Joanne Anderson, who provided real-time captioning for this ceremony, to Monique Ledrew and Tara Everett, our interpreters today, and to our announcer, Patrick Kwok-Chun. Special thanks also go to the staff and students from various college departments who volunteered their services today. I would also like to thank our piper, Alex Thompson, our musicians from Lamb Chops Music, and Thunder Jack, who provided the honor song. Graduates and guests, we hope you will join us downstairs here in the Sony Center following the ceremony. We ask that you remain in the auditorium until the platform party has left the stage. I now officially declare these graduation exercises closed.